All right, up here at the top right, member of the team Slayers. Very strong Terran. Might be able to force his way out of it this time. Here at the up and downs, he is
Slayers, Ryung.
This guy deserves a lot more credit than he's given.
Yeah.
Down here at the bottom right, a newer face to the GSL, a member of the team Incredible Miracle. He is.
I am happy.
He doesn't sound very happy.
I want to see. I am crazy. Speaking of happy and crazy, gas first. Crazy? Probably not really. But what's crazier is both players going gas first in a TVT. And as Kixie and I said when we cast a few times ago, when both players go gas first, things get a little silly.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Things are just going to get a little bit silly here. We're at close air positions as well, so anything could happen. We might have Banshees fly past each other. We could have Blue Flame Hellion drops fly past each other. One of those things will happen.
Absolutely.
So none of these players opting to scout just yet. There goes the first scout coming out from Happy. So I think Banshees are the best choice to do on this map. You can use Blue Flame Hellions, but there's the secondary ramp. It's a wide ramp past the natural, so your opponent has a lot more chances to see the Hellions coming. The main itself isn't very good for dropping. There's not a lot of space to work with. I mean, it kind of is, but there kind of isn't.
Yeah.
So here comes a scout. Fortunately for Happy, scouts immediately in the correct direction. If he just forces his way through here, he'll see that it's gas first. And I like this choice to force his way through. Sees the factory and knows everything.
It's very interesting because a lot of the Terrans these days in Korea don't really like scouting.
Yeah, they don't.
TVT. Only in TVT.
Or sometimes they will see the Marine and just say, "Oh, well, I don't want to throw this SCV away. I might not make it." And they just don't do it and they turn around. So Starport's going down for both these guys immediately, as well as the first Hellion. Tech Lab coming down as well. There it is for both of these guys. I'm thinking we're going to be seeing Banshees from both. And it comes down to a similar thing that happened when we were watching earlier, Dream versus Ryung, where you're harassing your opponent, but he's harassing you. What happens if he focuses his Banshee on harassing, you try to focus your Banshee on harassing, and both players run out of SCVs?
Yeah.
Or you micro your SCVs away, and then he focuses on harassment. There's a lot of different options, of things that can go wrong or right, but actually it's not going to be a Banshee coming out from Happy, it's going to be Blue Flames. I love the new Blue Flame icon, it looks so good. The upgrade itself isn't called Blue Flame, it's called the Infernal Pre-Igniter.
Well, he does see what's going on there. It backs immediately off. I like this.
Second gas going up. For Happy, but not for Ryung. Ryung actually is just going to make one Banshee, then maybe switch here. And make a command center. I like this choice on this map. Blue Flame just now being started for Happy. Made a few extra Hellions before making that Blue Flame, and Ryung getting his own Blue Flame after the first Banshee. I really like the one Banshee, Blue Flame as expanding. It's a really nice build.
Yeah.
This Viking, though, does see almost everything. In fact, he may have even seen that command center. So, things looking pretty even for these guys. Ryung taking somewhat of a risk going for the command center, but if he controls this right, if he controls his Hellions, it'll be great. Oh, that command center definitely is spotted. That was so cute. The Viking just wherever I poked the SCV and then flew out.
Yeah.
It's like the most complicated technical harass ever. Fly over, land, poke the SCV, lift up, fly away. And the Blue Flame's actually going to finish around the exact same time for both of these guys.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Happy leaving his Hellions back at home to defend against the Blue Flame Hellions he thinks are going to be dropped. Happy making very good use of that Banshee, or Viking rather, sorry. There's his command center, so significantly late. He's gonna have a lot more units. He's gonna be able to be a little bit more aggressive in the middle of the map. That's exactly what he's gonna do now.
Yeah, well, being aggressive here, he doesn't want to overextend himself either. It does take quite a while for him to get across to the other side of that map. Both of them do have pre-igniter now, or blue flame.
It's the Infernal Pre-Igniter, man. It sounds like such a funny name when you say it. It's like so hot before you even light it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And these SCVs are in trouble, that's for sure. But
doesn't want to funnel into there though.
Marines at the back are going to be helpful as well against these Vikings. And
whoa, actually,
nice control here.
Happy has that Banshee there.
This is like so silly. The Banshees are like standing next to each other. One attacks one player's Hellion, the other attacks the other player's Hellion.
So Happy's forced to pull back. Some nice control by both players there. But Ryung are going to start taking a very good lead because the expansion here for Happy isn't anywhere close to being done.
That's true, and the SCV count's only different by 3 in Happy's favor, so he's in trouble. He's going to have to do a little bit more to stay in this one.
Yeah, Ryung going for a drop here by the looks of it.
Some more Blue Flame Hellions controlling the center of the map. Happy has got to do things like this. He's got to be mobile on the map. He's got to try to find a weakness in Ryung's play.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ryung, he's going to drop some Hellions over here. There's a Raven and a Banshee waiting for them, but could have
be out of position. He's going to get quite a
barbecue.
few SCVs, yeah. Going to get a lot of SCVs here.
Here they come. Targets down the Mule. Few SCVs do go down. Good splitting though by Happy.
Some really nice splitting there by Happy, actually.
He even only lost 1 Hellion. That kind of evened up the work count, I guess you could say. Armory finishing up for Happy as well. Probably going to start vehicle weapon upgrades pretty soon. Going to drop that 1 Hellion back to finish off weakened SCVs.
It's going to work though. Actually, no, there's not.
No.
There's no weakened SCVs.
There's the armory going down for Ryung. So both these guys meching. It's the one way to do TVT these days. It's meching, man. Dropships spotting each other in the middle of the map. It's going to, of course, give Ryung the opportunity to come back to try to defend this. Already pulled his SCVs.
Oh!
And that's that.
Completely cleaned up.
Dropship going to go down as well. That was a very unsuccessful move by Happy.
Yeah.
Three factories up and running. In fact, I believe both of these guys have 3 factories. Yeah. Thor on the way. That's going to be interesting. The Thor, of course, helps with a lot of different things. In TVT, it's always good to have just kind of one Thor in there. Useful. And the barracks. That scouting barracks, not really able to see a whole lot. The scouting barracks was able to scout that 2 Vikings are killing it.
Yeah. Another drop coming in here from Ryung, though. A Thor coming out as well.
Yeah. That drop could do some serious damage. Again, the army a little bit out of position for Happy. But he does have 2 Hellions back to help defend. And
he's not gonna drop right in the middle of 2 Hellions.
He's gonna drop in the middle of 20 SCVs though.
Yeah.
And those Hellions over there on break, they're not really interested in all of this.
No.
Not really interested in the politics, I'm sorry. Well, engagement here, air battle. The tanks and the Hellions remain untouched on the ground. Point defense drones. Imagine that with like a tank marine timing attack in TVP, killing your stalkers. Imagine that.
No, I don't want to.
Gives me nightmares, man. That barracks, of course, no longer going to be able to spot. So the air dominance now really decides who can see what without scanning. Right now, 6 Vikings out versus just 4. Both players having 1 Raven, but that Thor is going to come over here. That's going to be able to clear up some of Happy's Vikings. Uh-oh. Siege Tank's doing a lot of damage here. I'm not sure Happy should be moving forward like this.
Well, he's got those Thors. They're going to take a lot of damage, and he's completely cleaned that up.
Wow, yeah, those Thors did a lot of damage. There were more Hellions there than I thought.
Yeah.
And the Hellions just took so much damage. Tanks don't actually do well against Hellions when the Hellions are sitting on top
I'm
of them.
surprised Happy's not going straight to the... There we go. I was going to say, I was like, why is he stopping?
He needs to go for this counterattack. He's going to do a lot of damage with this. Marine King's got that one Thor out. He's going to have a few more tanks to help hold. But I don't know if all those are going to be enough.
It might be enough. It's going to be pretty close. And, oh, all those Vikings being bumped up. Now Happy at the bottom of the ramp.
Got to keep those Vikings alive so they can continue to shell away at this natural. Oh no, lost the Vikings, so now he can no longer see up that ramp. He's gonna have to use scans. Marines are not really gonna be useful in this situation. He's not. Yeah. Neither of these guys actually have made any Marines. This is a complete mech versus mech situation.
Yep.
And here come the SCVs. Blue Flame Hellions cleaning them up very quickly. The Thor's actually doing a lot of damage as well, and
well,
the SCVs will push them back, but...
Thors for Happy are actually attacking those SCVs, not the tanks.
Exactly.
That's not what he wanted to happen.
This is a pretty close game. And this is what TVT is like when no one makes Marines.
Yeah.
And when it's completely mech. It's the future of TVT. If anyone tells you otherwise, I want to talk to them. I want to have a calm and cool discussion about this. So those rocks are pretty dead. He's not going to be able to relocate that command center to get the optimal amount of mining from that third base.
Yep. So with that third base up and running, Ryung's going to be in a very good spot. I don't even think the command center for Happy has been started yet.
Here come some Hellions! These SCVs are really undefended. A lot of SCVs being taken out here. Didn't really affect the overall mining, given that he's way oversaturated there, but for that third base and possible bases to come in the future, losing all those SCVs is not something that Ryung's going to be happy about.
No.
He's going to come over here and do some damage.
Another drop coming in.
It's funny how you have to drop the main, but that's not always the base that's not really mining that much. Just if you try to go to the NAT, there's all the units are there. Happy taking his third base, he actually spots this drop.
Is he going to react?
I don't think he's reacted to it though. He doesn't know what's coming. He's more focused on this. It's a nice move by Ryung, splitting the attention of Happy, attacking at the natural, and basically there's kind of no mining for Happy right now.
There is none because he can't really do anything about it. Playing up a lot of those SCVs, also not allowing Happy to mine anywhere. This is really good work by Ryung.
Yeah, Ryung using this drop at the best possible time. The drop will even escape.
Oh.
And look at this. This is going to be...
Yeah, don't go there. Go back.
Happy's like, oh. Wait, well... That's a little bit weird. It's funny when you do the drop command on your dropship and you're dropping them out one by one, you're like trying to pick them up. Can't cancel the command.
Yeah.
So, going to try to clean up as many SCVs here as he can. Nice dropship micro. Command Center's actually forced to lift.
Yeah.
Does not have anything. That air dominance comes into play so much here. That Thor is going to be really scary, though. He has to be very careful with those Vikings. But if he uses them patiently like he has been, he'll be able to do those little things like forcing Command Center to lift.
Yeah.
And that Hellion saves the day.
But looking here, Ryung has just such a large army in the middle of the map. Hellions coming into the third.
Here they come.
Yeah.
A lot of these SCVs stacking up. Nice hold position here by Ryung. Killing as much as he can, not trying to flee away from siege tanks.
Yeah.
This is the scary part. This attack could do a lot of damage, but Happy does have a good position at the top of this ramp.
Plus
see
3
just more
attack.
and more tanks coming out for Ryung. And that plus 3 weapons for the tanks is a pretty big deal as well.
Yeah. Well, the fact that he's denied mining, killed a lot of SCVs, all that kind of stuff is just playing into his hand here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a 4th very shortly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember those Thors also get that upgrade as well. Those Thors can shoot through tanks with no support pretty easily. These Hellions as well do have +2, so they can even clean up tanks faster than you expect.
Forces a lift up.
Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for Happy. Now a lot of SCVs going down here.
He's just pulling everything now. He's trying to pull out all the stops, but everything's being melted here. I just think this is going to be it.
Yeah,
GG.
Well played by Ryung. He looks relieved.
Yeah.
Well done, well done. And a well-deserved pat on the back. Happy played really well too, though. It's just that Ryung knew when to push and when to shove, and he actually pushed and shoved at the same time sometimes. Hellions at the back while he's sieged up with the natural.
Well, that's 3-0 now for Ryung.
Yeah,
He's
Ryung-
like pretty much guaranteed a
Ryung is
spot.
pretty much guaranteed a Code S spot, and let me tell you, he deserves it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So well done to him. He's still got one more match to go, though, so he can extend that even further.
Yep. Just to make sure he gets it absolutely no matter what. Like, no matter what, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's awesome for Ryung. So those Ryung fans out there, those Slayers fans out there, should be very pleased. Our next map is going to be Crevasse.
Interesting.
So I actually was able to be invited to the game.
Oh.
I feel special now. I'm like VIP getting invited to the game. Did you get invited to the game? You don't even have a computer. Huh. You guys back at home, did you get invited to the game? No. Oh, I'm really excited to actually be able to tell you guys a lot more information about what's going on in the game, though. So
Yes.
Look forward to that.
It's very frustrating coming, like, just
Yeah,
not being able to
I
do
know.
anything.
I know you guys are probably sitting there going, "What's the worker count?" I'm like, "Well, I can't really see it either. I can see only what you guys can see." But we're going to Crevasse pretty soon.
Yep.
I think we're actually going to take a 2-minute break, I believe. So we'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Actually,
not just yet.
Actually, in a minute, we'll see you guys in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was impressed by Ryung's play overall. His multitasking was good. His
game
defense
so far.
against that really nice timing attack by Happy was really good as well. He microed, he had his Hellions at the better arc, and he split them to make sure they weren't stacking up at all.
He looked in a bit of trouble at one point, but he brought his SCVs at the right time.
Yeah.
Just surrounded those Thors, took a lot of damage from them, didn't want to get hit by the tanks. If he lost those tanks, would have been a completely different story.
Absolutely. Keeping those tanks alive, he kept his army up. His army was always strong, and he kept asserting that dominance.
Yeah.
He was beating his chest, running around the map, scaring his opponent, and just kept that army strong in the entire game. That air dominance is so important to have as well. So we're going to jump into that 2-minute break now. I'll see you guys in 2.
Mr. Worldwide, pop up and greet a pump, Peter, pump, pumpkin.